How's day one?
It's going good. It's all right. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought we moved around real good. I thought we're in quite a bit better shape. I thought we had good intensity. It was a typical day one from the standpoint that, guys would go out and try to make too much happen, try to be super on every play. And so the, intensity, fine. I mean, but sometimes just need to settle down and just do basic assignment stuff because everybody's anxious to be out here and in some cases try to make too much happen. I thought it was pretty good. I thought as far as our knowledge of offense and defense, I think it's pretty high right now. And so what that tells me is we had a pretty productive summer. And, it's a good starting point, but it's a total starting point.
You say guys look like they're in better shape. Are there any body types in particular that stood out to you, guys who made adjustments that needed to be made? Or?
No, they all look like they're in better shape. The linemen look like they have bigger muscles and flatter bellies, though, so I think that's good.
How many returning starters do you have from last year's team?
I don't know. I never count them up. If they're good enough to play, I play them. If they're not so good, then I put them over here.
There's a lot of talk in the spring about guys thinking a little bit too much and then not really knowing the routine of practice. Is that pretty much out of your system at this point?
Well, I just think when you start again, that's always a byproduct. I mean, the thing is, guys worked hard in spring, they worked hard in the off season, they lifted hard, and they want the payoff for their work and their effort right away, but the thing is your job and your assignment and technique, that doesn't really change, and there will be guys that settle in, but then also, a bunch of guys I thought really did some good things and really looked good. Much more encouraged than anything else. There's a few guys that settle down, just make routine plays,
Is that also something that you expect when guys are fighting for jobs and trying to impress the new coaching staff?
Oh,
as well?
yeah, and that happens every day. You'll have a drill or, you might do some walkthrough thing and guys are sprinting and stuff. And so you got, you want them to maybe jog through. So then you got half of them just flat out sprinting and then the other half, And so, you got to get the tempo squared away.
Are you getting to know these guys? I don't know how important that is to you as a head coach, but it's like you and Jeff, and there's some smiles on the sidelines. You guys obviously have that comfort level. Do you feel like you know these guys pretty well? You have the finger on the pulse of this team right now.
Well, still doing it, and this time of year you do, because some guys have, there's been guys emerge, and then we got a pile of new guys too that we're trying to get familiar with, and that's why at the end of practice, we work those guys so we can get some film on them, look at it, and see what we have. And they had two things. One is to evaluate. The other thing is to get things taught. So, you're not just lining up thinking. You've done it before a couple times rather than just seeing it on film.
It's been a crazy busy 8 weeks or so, it seemed, from our vantage point. For you, is it nice to be here, just starting, really to focus on football for the next 4 weeks and know the season's almost here?
Yeah, when it really starts to get good is after a day or two and we get in the routine's set. There's no question. There's a refuge quality to practice starting, no doubt.
With the offense, how much are you doing in terms of teaching versus repetition now?
All the above. And we did before too. I mean, we'll teach it and then we'll install it in portions and then we'll rep it and then it'll all rotate through several times over.
I feel like as a unit they have a pretty good grasp of what's expected of them offensively.
Better than I thought. Better than I thought. I mean, they came out after us. I mean, because we just went with predominantly freshmen there, and it certainly wasn't perfect, but they knew how to line up and play. I mean, I just rattled off and made play calls, and I did it to a bigger extent than I expected to be able to, for sure.
Any true freshmen that you're anxious to see or maybe caught your eye?
Really all of them, all of them, which is, I'm anxious to go look at the film because, you'll look at one guy and just try to see the thing through, and it's hard to see everything, but I think, the guys that I kept hearing good things about, and they look good today, I thought Gabe Marks looked good, I thought Bartolone looked good. I thought the two quarterbacks at this point looked better than expected. I thought Fetty Davey looked good. I thought some of those JC guys looked good, although I do think they need to get in shape a little better. I can't remember. Kid from San Mateo JC played real well today, the linebacker.
Mike, a lot of excitement since you've come into town. What would you consider realistic expectations for your first season?
Just do the best we can and win one game a week,
How would you grade Jeff and the rest of the quarterbacks, and specifically Connor, right now, day one? Can you judge a lot?
Hard to, Connor needs reps. Connor needs to get more reps, and I thought they're decent. Kind of took command of stuff without pads. Of course, we didn't get to check as many runs or get into as many runs and screens as we would have liked. But that's just part of that. But I thought it was good work, and I thought people, came out. The ones that were here the whole time came out in shape, and they, you could tell they'd been working at it.
Are you officially ready to name a starting quarterback, or when do you envision that? I mean, Jeff obviously had the whole spring. Are we official now?
We'll take a little time. Jeff will get a few more reps than the others, but we'll take some time with it.
How anxious are you to see Connor at full speed?
Yeah, I thought he looked good today. Raw but good.
Are there positions in your viewpoint right now that need more work, more clearing up than others? And if so, what might those positions be?
None more really than others. Every single one of them. Yeah, these, we're about to go watch the film as coaching staff, and then, we'll meet with the players and pour over that, and I guarantee you there will be a pile of corrections, and odds are we'll run out of time before we finish all the film, and that's just that time of year.
How about weather-wise? Last time we saw you, there's still snow on the ground. Is this more to your liking, or what do you think?
I don't mind the change. I don't mind the change of it. I want to be able to get good work in. I don't mind the change. I guess right now, since early in the season, and it'll be potentially warm other places. The hotter the better now, and then as later in the season, cold's just fine.
What do you think of the transformation of the stadium?
Oh, impressive. Look at it. It's very impressive. Under budget and ahead of schedule. I think the effort on that's been really impressive.
How important are each one of these practices, since you have so very few until the season starts?
Every one of them's important. Yeah, they're all really important. But the biggest thing is just build one after the next and get better every day, and make sure everybody's doing the best they can. And part of that is as a coach, make sure you're doing the best you can to teach, evaluate, and instruct them on how to improve.
How about Travis's switch? That was kind of, he had to hit the ground running. Do you feel like now, with the offseason conditioning and everything else, he's ready for that position that you guys have him in?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I know they're looking at him and evaluating him. I haven't heard specifically their thoughts today. I know that they felt like he had a good practice, though.